Hello my beautiful people, and welcome back to the Vault, the safe place for paranormal evidence. Hope you like that new intro. Let's not beat about the bush, let's get straight into this one. Hello and welcome to this week's paranormal news with me, Sirius G. Our first story this evening is all about a snooty ghost that's causing problems in Surrey. Let's go over to our reporter on scene. That's right, Sirius G. There was a gentleman by the name of Warren Passmore from Epsom in Surrey who uploaded this video that went viral online. It was apparently taken from CCTV in the house, and it was the wife that discovered it. Although you can't see it on the TV, the cushions are pink, and it's believed that the ghost took offence to the pink cushions. Let us know what you think in comments. Back to you in the studio, Sirius G. Thank you to our roaming northern reporter there. But if you've got pink cushions, you should really expect to be haunted, yes? Anyway, over to our next story. This comes from the United States, and it's all about a recent survey that's been taken. Let's go over to our reporter to find out more details.
Thank you, Sirius G. And yes, that is correct. In the United States, recently, a company called Gallup Poland took a survey, and that survey has shown that 41% of people believe that UFOs have some sort of alien connection, whereas 50% believe that it is human interaction or some other sort of explanation. What's interesting about this survey is that in 2019, the same survey was done and only 31% believed that it was UFO or alien activity. This is an increase of almost 10% in 2 years. It's felt and believed that things like the Pentagon revealing footage of alien spacecraft in the last few years has changed a social consensus. It's very interesting for those that study the UFO phenomenon. Let us know what you think in comments. Thank you, and over to you, Sirius G.
Thank you to our crazy American reporter there. Well, that's been this week's paranormal news. Join me, Sirius G, next week. Bye-bye. Thank you once again, Sirius G, for a lovely paranormal news roundup. A little bit disappointed that you didn't mention that this week the Vault went live on TikTok. So it's in the description. Check that out. You don't want to miss that. Right, let's get on to what today's video is all about. Okay, so if you haven't checked out our Facebook site, The Vault, yet, what are you doing with your life? But there's a link in the description again. But one of our viewers did, and a big thank you to Mickey Early, who shared this footage that was on TikTok. It was originally filmed live by GM TV or GMB TV, which is a news program at 6:35 in the morning, and it was from a live camera during the Eunice storm. And yeah, let's check it out.
The Daily Express, certainly it's the worst for 40 years. A bit weird. Where is this?
That's fourth call. Is that shooting stars? I don't know whether that was a bit of digital something magic. But you can see those waves certainly.
A bit weird. Where is this?
That's fourth call. Is that shooting stars? I don't know whether that was a bit of digital something magic. But you can see those waves certainly.
A bit weird. Where is this?
That's fourth call. Is that shooting stars? I don't know whether that was a bit of digital something magic. But you can see those waves certainly.
Okay, so for those of you that aren't familiar, there is a webcam that is based in Porthcawl, which is in Wales, and it is primarily used by the RNLI, which is the lifeboat service, to monitor impacts of the tides and waves on the shore of Porthcawl, sometimes used for news programs, as you can see in this video. This was around the time that the UK, there was about a stint of 2 or 3 days that the UK was being battered by Storm Eunice, and this news show is using this live webcam to show how bad the waves and the impact on Porthcawl coast of the storm Eunice. Now, this was filmed on February the 18th, as I mentioned, roughly around about 6:25 in the morning. It was caught live, first of all, by a user on TikTok. That's who Mickey shared with me, and I've been able to find this slightly better footage, which gives you a better look at it, that I'm playing in slow motion in the background. Now, if you go onto social media, there's a couple of generic things that people are saying. One of the things that comes up is micro meteorites. I struggle with that one because when you look at the trajectory of these items, then it's like they're almost horizontal, not necessarily vertical. So that would be a bit tough. And how often do you see micro meteorites? I don't. And, you know, that would be a bit odd. Other people have said that it's possibly kids letting off fireworks. That's a reasonable assumption. Slightly better than the guy on the audio, the newscaster, who says that it's possibly shooting stars. I don't know shooting stars that give off, you know, a kind of like tail or trail in its wake. Yeah, so lots of different theories. Now, regardless of what your theory may be, I found examples of this phenomena happening on the same camera live, both in 2019 and 2021, and now 2022. Check these pieces of footage out. So apologies, I said the years wrong. So it was 2019, 2020, and now 2022. What's interesting about these two pieces of footage, the ones from 2019 and 2020, is they were both filmed at night. So on social media, you have a lot of people that have given a theory that they believe that this is like an insect or insects close to the camera. So they appear bigger, but because the live cam at that time of day is on sort of like infrared night vision, the insects show up differently. However, that's what a lot of people will probably feel safe in thinking until we've arrived with this new footage, because if you go back to the one that was shared on TikTok, not necessarily the one that I was sharing afterwards, because somebody's put some sort of filter on that which makes it look like it's at night time, but if you go back to the TikTok one, you can clearly see that it was sort of daylight at this time and the camera wasn't on sort of night vision. So therefore what we saw on that footage, which now looks the same, how do you explain that as being insects on the camera? You know, which it just definitely didn't appear to be that. Also, I don't know about you, but I don't know how many insects sort of fly in a uniformed line of three like we see on the latest footage as well. And also, if you keep your eye on the middle object, it seems to leave its sort of vapor or its trail for a good sort of at normal speed would be 0.5 of a second, but again it sort of seems to linger, and you can see that much better in the slowed down version, which I hope you're seeing right now. So we've got quite an investigation forming here. Let's just go through all the bits that we've got to consider so far. Okay, so our number one fact: there's one location in all three pieces of this footage, which is at Porthcawl in Wales. We know the exact location. Point number two is a live camera streaming constantly that anybody can watch at any time. Again, I'll put a link in the description to a website where you can go and look at the live stream right now if you want to. So it's being viewed by people all the time. Fact number 3. Mysterious UFOs were caught live on TV in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Remember what UFO stands for, or UAP. Unidentified flying object or unidentified aerial phenomenon. Okay, so I'm not saying it's alien, but at the moment we can't identify it, and it was seen live by hundreds of thousands of people live on TV. Fact number 4. Things we can rule out. So we already know that we can rule out insects. That was a popular theory up until the most recent footage, which was filmed not really in daylight, but certainly not using night vision. That was the important factor. So with the camera being out of night vision mode, insects don't make that explanation, certainly for the current footage. Other things that we can rule out are drones. Drones don't tend to move like this, and also commercial aircraft. The way you see on some of the footage that it's doing snaking, etc. To my knowledge, drones can't move that fast as well. Literally. And doing those same kind of maneuvers at the same time. Commercial aircraft, that's obvious. That's not going to be an explanation for it. So there's plenty of things that we can rule out. So that's a really good, interesting fact. And lastly, fact number 5. Not so much of a fact, but something that definitely needs to be noted as part of this investigation. But whilst I was doing my research, I did come across a piece of footage where it shows some other footage from Porthcawl live cam, and you see an object coming out of the ocean and darting upwards, very similar to all the rest of the objects on this other footage. The annoying thing is that I didn't grab it at the time, and I now can't find it. So if out there you've seen this and you know where to find it, please do share it with me. But I know it's out there, and I know that would add a great piece of evidence to this whole investigation, really. So 5 really good, interesting facts there, leaving me with only one conclusion. I need to get off my bum and drive the few hours to get up to Porthcawl and have a bit of a look myself at what's going on there, because there seems to be the potential for a hotbed of, as I say, it's still unexplained phenomena, and opportunity to either explain it or capture something very exciting and interesting. So now it's over to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. What are your theories? And do you think I should make that journey to Porthcawl, or put my energies into something else? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's it for this week. Again, thanks to Mickey Early for sharing that on Facebook. Really good example how you guys can reach out to us on Facebook. Either share it on the feed or message us any footage that you've got, or any experiences or stories you've got, and we'll feature on here and give you a mention. How awesome would that be to see an episode about that footage that you've put forward or that you've filmed? Who knows? But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time on The Vault. Until then, look after each other. Keep safe. See you later.